Does mean they lose control, and Heretics will get a nice deep ward here towards that blue side of the map. Yoppa and Mickey hovering around try, and that Pixel Brush just to defend the movement down. A 2v2 here would be interesting. A W start for SK is pretty strong with Zaya Rakan. They're going to phase check. Here comes the knock-up waiting. Goes on, and this is the power. Here we go. Hype in a bit of trouble. Getting that lethal tempo down is Yoppa. 2v2 continues off with Hype getting heavy. Traded first. He runs back in. He's no way out, but the volley won't be enough. It's first blood over to Yoppa. Zaya Rakan level 1. It's textbook, and Heretics walked right into it.
Yeah, the fact that Heretics face checked that was kind of insane. As you called it, the W from Zaya gives both a boost of attack speed to Rakan and to the Zaya on those level 1s, which is why they are so strong in those initial fights. So it does mean that then Slow Q would have had first move.
True.
So SK, despite not having the Smite Upgrade, still get that first Scuttle Crab. And because those top camps are spawning for Heretics, they have to try and shift up there. So Dragon is going to be started by SK.
Let's go. Hype. Half the way to level 6. He just wants to use lethal tempo onto Mickey. Damage is good so far. Battle Dance, when's it going to be up and available? Goes into that volley and sets on up with the Q. Schemes the start of Dragon. He's wanting to get caught out. Flash for the Q. What? Cataclysm what? Vault Breaker in. Now for the Smite contest. Douglas gets it. Messi from Schemes, who now finally Cataclysm. Douglas flashes out. He doesn't have 6 yet. What the hell is going on? The passive from Douglas probably helps him survive. Schemes, that was disgusting. What the hell was that?
I am so confused as to what just happened. Like, not pressing E, I guess, to get the flag and drag. It's been back-to-back mistakes for SK in both these games to open now.
He had ult advantage for that fight.
Yeah.
And Douglas is he scratched his head at the end of that fight. Let's watch again.
So I don't know his cooldown. Like,
what?
Did he not press E, I guess? Because, like, they would have killed Saren, and then this would have been way more difficult for Douglas. And even here, like, he doesn't actually connect with the damage from the flag and drag either. Just ends up getting the knock-up because he doesn't connect with the Q. So Douglas gets to use the E. Yeah, very frustration.
I mean, the thing is that Saren kills him over the wall. It's like insult to injury. The person that you could have cataclysmed after the flash. Yeah, he would have been out of the fight, maybe dead, as you said, or maybe down a flash. Saren holds onto his flash. That's the most disgusting thing is Realm Warp now going to come up top, and Heretics, insult to injury to an absolute hospital bed. Now created the flash match, a good vault breaker from Douglas. Trayson picks up the kill, and it is melting in Game 2 for SK again.
And Mickey was trying to be there to cover on the play, but 4 members to cover on Heretics, with Wei even making his way up. Beautiful stuff from Heretics, like punishing well and then doubling down to succeed for the trace and dive. Crab focus for Skeens I don't think was the call here, because he kind of highlighted hysterics. Like, he stuck around on his bottom side, but is losing red, probably going to lose a little bit more as well. Especially if he shows on bot wave.
Hawk shot. Has he got a hawk shot yet? Hype. He might have to flash his way. Flag and drag. Arrow gets in midway. Cataclysm goes on the support. Wei's only level 5. He can't encore this. Steps back from Mickey. That's Hype dodging away from the knockup. But in the end, Wei does go down. It's something for SK thanks to Skeens.
At least, yeah, with the flash down on Wei, wasn't able to try and escape away that time. So nice job by Skeens to get something in his bottom side, but he's lost his entire top side jungle. So it's kind of Skeens sacrificing himself a little bit here to make sure that Yoppa can have a bit more in this bottom lane.
And Slow Q's going for an aggressive trade. If he takes Q beta burst here, gets the beat down for the slow. Hype and Wei have the wave push. Now, here we go. Pings are going down. SK in river first. Saren on the move from the top side of that set river.
Grayson on the move as well. Heretics really want to try and contest this. They spread out, so Mickey can't get value.
Arrow onto the support. Encore is a 2-man as well for the steal. Douglas flies through. Vault Breaker to come in. He gets a smite on the way as well. Cataclysm comes out late. Skeens flashes the 2-man ulti from Slowq. It looks okay, but Heretics now have to find their way back into the fight. I think they've done it thanks to Trayson slapping down for 2 kills. Wei the only victim for SK as 2 dragons in the bag.
Heretics spread out well and collapse on all sides. SK have nowhere to run from what was an excellent engage from the Heretics bot lane. The Ash Arrow on towards Mickey prevents any sort of counter engage. Wei immediately locks up both the support and the jungle. Douglas with the smite And then as Tracing comes in, like, this is what we're talking about. Yoppa basically isolated from the fight, can't really come in. Wunder in an awkward spot as well because he's so late on the teleport. And Heretics cleaning up the fight.
It's going to be Volt break it in. Yoppa has his ulti. He's been waiting. He won't even burn it. Doesn't burn the flash or the cleanse. He's just caught napping. And Douglas takes him down with ease.
Yeah, it was very hard for Yoppa to actually try and find the timer there because Douglas held on to the Q for so long that Yoppa didn't get a chance to burn either the Featherstorm or the Flash, would have been able to follow, and always had that ultimate in the back pocket. So I think Yoppa kind of making the right call to not burn either, but it does mean that pick should net Heretics this Rift Herald. Slow Q is push on top though, so maybe SK can find a quick play, but I think it's out of the works.
I think indeed it is. Scuttle for now. We'll make sure they have full information. Herald not going to be started just yet.
It was a mistake from Yoppa though in the position on the map. Like you just seen Heretics try and make a quick play on the top lane with Saren and Douglas, and then not expecting that. The trade on tower is still going to come through here for Heretics alongside the Dragon. So yeah, this is Heretics looking significantly better than SK in this series.
It was crunch time, it is crunch time, and it is the most important series in the next couple of weeks being played for. Top 4 feels like it's out. Well, I mean, I can tell you right now, top 4 definitely out of the discussion right now. Heretics 2.1%, but that's not the one that's important. This one is. When you're fighting for top 6, when that's the only thing that goes to playoffs, Heretics at 11%. Shifters are pretty much gone. You know, they need more than miracles. They need the Lords of League of Legends to come in and smite everyone else. But Heretics, that's the miracle run. And if they can 2-0 SK, I'm on board, Dagda. I'll climb board this train.
Yeah, especially because, like, I'm not saying it's an easy road by any stretch of the imagination, but after this, Heretics still have Giant X, Shifters, MKOI to play. Like, if they get 1 or 2 upsets in that, suddenly Heretics may have just made that miracle run a reality. You
know, if MKOI fail again, if Fnatic can't keep doing what they did last week, if
Giant X, Shifters, MKOI.
SK keep taking losses, Giant X, like, anything's possible. Yo, our league, sometimes the circus is in town. Sometimes it's not. Today, Team Heretics, they're on break. But Soul, Chemtech Soul, and on Aatrox, you know what? Not a bad Soul. Dagda's Hype is stepping up, gets a cleanse out, the bell out of Mickey, the follow-up huge. Trayson finds over the wall and stops the flag from becoming a drag. Mickey now caught out as well. Izzy, Battle Dance, going to be used to get out. TP burned by Wunder, but Skeens is dead. Baron is up, and this comp does it fast.
Okay, Hype, I'm loving the confidence there. SK step 2, and he says what of him? Immediately turns it around and turning it again onto Mickey.
Mickey's going to go in, gets a quickness, there's a fate seal. Maybe Hype this time shouldn't have stepped up. There's a pick here for SK. Yoppa running over the burning floor. But luckily, he's got some steadfast shoes of his own. Mickey, a little bit low, trying to play with Trayson here. Doesn't have the ulti. Baron still going down, still dead. Looking for the turn, the Vault Breaker over the wall. SK running for their lives. Trayson looking for the flash Q. You can see it in his eyes. A Realm Wolf on top of Slow Q. He's got Q3, jumps it back in. Saren in a bit of trouble. The shield heals him up, but not for long. SK a bit of a turnaround. A double shutdown off the back of Baron. Finally, some of their tools layer well.
Yoppa not quite able to connect with the triple feathers there as well. Means that Douglas just able to step away. But as you say it, both carries on Heretics misstepping and giving a moment here for SK to get some goal back.
Wunder stepping in. This is dangerous. Douglas is still here. Ooh. Double knockup. Mickey jumping in. And then getting flashed on as well. Trayson, he's back to Demonic Ascension. Just when SK think they have breathing room, it's taken away. Arrow dodged by Wunder as he steps to the right. He might be out, but Mickey, he has the grand entrance over the wall. The flying demon from the top lane will stop his ground right there. Take Skeen's camp away in front of him. And still Heretics defend, hold on to 3 Barons.
Heretics just playing around that, looking to see if they can set up a vision trap.
Yoppa has his ulti, and cease and desist cannot be used on the Xayah unless you want to trade. Trayson found out the level 18 Aatrox from an angle. Douglas back in with GA. Target onto who? Slow Q on a ward for now. Mickey goes in for the engage. There's a Cataclysm and 3-man. The hotpot combo's there on top of Hype with no flash, but he ain't dying. Taking way too long. Wunder will burn him to a crisp, but look at what it took. Saren now for the chase down as SK getting ripped to shreds. They thought that Ashe has no flash, no problem, but hot damn, they couldn't layer any of the damage down, so the game is just done. And into the ground, the feathers fly, but Saren for the chase with Trayson in his mind's eye. SK's 80 carry, the only one alive. But for how much longer, as Elder's going to drop down and SK are about to find themselves 0-2 in the hole.
Yappa will fall, the Elder Dragon will go across, and it was another quick send from SK. That was not a quick end that they needed. Both slowQ and Yappa couldn't follow up on the damage, and you called it there in the middle of it, Asterix. There just wasn't enough DPS to kill off the Ashe quick enough. So I think it's a great engage from Mickey, right? Get hype, Skeens immediately flashes in, but look at where slowQ is, look at where Yappa is. Trayson is basically zoning Yappa off from really being able to follow up. So hype survives for so long, partially thanks to that Dragon Soul as well. And now you've still got Trayson and Saren doing so much work in the follow-up.
All the mobs stacked up, and Trayson just got to use his burst. He just ran in and defended my king. Well, that's all for SK. Elder goes down, Baron down. And if there was any speculation about a comeback, it is slowly walking away. Baron is going to be taken here. Gold is going to move up to 7.5. And it is about the damage negation as Arrow connects. Mickey in trouble. He's going to battle dance away. But with this Baron, how much damage can Heretics do to try and make this game even more of a done deal?
I mean, Heretics playing incredibly well in this game. Their map movement has been spectacular.
Yep.
They've been playing really well and ensuring that they can find these plays, set up for the Dragon, catch SK in the setup as well. Yeah, this is Heretics playing incredibly well. I think like it speaks to the new coaching staff and new Mickey, Mithy, that you can start to see these like plays and the way they're moving around the map come together.
Yeah, I think that wealth of experience, plus the fact that, you know, we've now got Hype and Wayne for the duration of a split, like a new duo in the bottom lane, right? We've had this Korean bottom lane come in with pieces that they've wanted to work for a while now. Heretics just seeing the success of that come through. It is only one series, but to be hyped on Heretics, it is a rare feeling, to be completely brutally honest. It's been a rough split so far, but maybe that ends here. Maybe this is the start of a Cinderella run as the arrow's going to fly on and miss, but it adds pressure on. Next turret number 1 going to go down. Trayson steps up to that level 20 on the Aatrox. Flag and Dragon, Cataclysm, but Skeens might send his own death now. The Elder's still up. They have the set of a slowQ as he jumps on in, right into Douglas's face, gets punched to death. SK running with Saren, matches the flash, and Yappa left alive yet. Again, the feathers fly, but it's 80 carry, the only one with the lead. No more, and Heretics 2-0 on the bingo card today. I don't think I had that one.
What a performance from Heretics. Consistently punishing SK, finding leads, and beautifully executing the macro when they got those leads.
I'll tell you what, if there ever was a crazy playoffs run, it's going to start now with Heretics. It seems difficult, it seems near impossible, but a 2-0 versus SK, I think, is the start of that Cinderella run we were talking about, as you can vote for your key player of the series. Trayson, Douglas, or Way. Douglas and Trayson had an insane day. Both of them, for me, way up there. No pun intended again. I mean, Way has been having some of the best performances on this team, but Dagda, Trayson, Douglas today, back-to-back barn burner games.
Yeah, and I think I think it's a team effort though as Heretics, which is the impressive part and what I love to see, right? Like, it really does feel like the entire team is coming together, and we kind of need it to happen because